Well, hello, all of my fabulous naturalistas. It is Sheridan with the Coily Hair, the founder of The Hair Politics, and my mission is just to give you some practical tips so you can become a bold and fearless naturalista and natural loving member of society, because we also need that. And today I just wanted to give this a really basic topic, but I noticed that it's still some debate around it, and so I just wanted to give my thoughts on it, and it is about trimming your hair. If I feel like if we were to ask any natural what they thought the correct appropriate amount of time to trim their hair was, I feel like everyone would be completely different. And the thing is, it's around urban myths, like what are the myths? The main thing that I have seen is that it's really, when it comes to trimming hair, it stems around like a certain number. Like I don't know if you've heard some naturals say, oh, just trim your hair once a year. You don't really need to do it that much. Some naturals say every few times a year, like every 3 to 4 months. Here's the thing. The reason why that spectrum is so broad and everyone has different answers to this type of situation is because everyone lives their ooh, excuse me, y'all. Everyone lives their lives differently. And so that is really going to help you determine how often you should trim your hair. So it's not about a certain magical number where, if you like, the magical number is 5, and if you trim your hair 4 times, your hair is just going to be unhealthy or something. Or if you trim it 6, you're doing too much. That's not the case. And nor is, you just trimming your hair, you automatically have healthy hair now. There's a science and a system and a routine that you have to figure out for yourself based on how you live your life. So that is how you determine how often you should trim your hair. So if you are, for instance, a wash and go rocker like me, I wear wash and goes all the time. Yeah, all the time. More often you will see me wearing a wash and go than you will see me not. And because I know this about myself, and I know that if you wear wash and goes very often, you're more prone to dryness. You're more prone to tangles and split ends because your hair is so vulnerable. It's in the most natural state that it can be. It's happy because it's in that natural state, but it is definitely more vulnerable. And because of this, I know that I probably should pay close attention. Like I actually, every so often I'll take a good look at the ends of my hair to see how they're looking. And for me, I honestly just trim my hair when I feel like it needs to be trimmed. I don't have a magical number. There's been a couple years where I probably only trimmed my hair once that whole year. And then there was some where I trimmed it a couple times because I was living my life differently. Maybe sometimes there was neglect in the picture because I can get real lazy sometimes. And, you got to pay attention to that stuff too. And so it's okay to kind of it's not okay, but it happens to kind of slack off. That takes a huge effect on your hair, and sometimes a point of no return. And so that's when we trim our hair off too, because we just got to get that damaged hair out of there. And so it's just important to know who you are as a person. No matter how you live your life, it's okay. That's you. You're not living your life wrong. You just have to find the right system and the right routine that works for you. So, and trimming is the same way, just how you do that with hair products. So all of this is a science, and you really have to know your hair in order to determine what you should be doing with your hair as far as trimming. And then there's also different methods to trim your hair. because I don't know if you're anything like me. I am like so deathly afraid of losing any of my inches. Like I'm so nervous about that. I think it's because I cut my hair. It was senior year in high school, and I wanted a certain style, but she just did not achieve it the way that I wanted to. And I was like, no one's ever cutting my hair again, because it's not working out the way I wanted it to. So I get very nervous around scissors. So what I do is, it's called the search and destroy method. So it takes so long, but because I want to hold on to as much length as I can, it's fine. I'll get over it. I only do it a few times a year anyway, maybe. So I'll just look really good at each strand and only cut the ones that I see that need to be cut. If it looks fine, I'm gonna leave it alone. And I just do that all over my whole hair. And that works for me because of the type of person that I am, and I know that I don't want to lose any extra inches if I don't have to. So, and there's plenty of different methods. Some people, it's called dusting, where they just do all of the hair the same amount, maybe not a full inch, but just a little bit, and then they'll do that more often because it's not like you're trimming that much. You're just trimming a little bit because you probably also don't want to lose your inches. So you just trim a little bit, and then you keep going back and doing that. And that helps to keep it healthy too, because it's used to a nice trim. It may get split ends in between, and then, snip right off. But I'm going on a tangent a little bit. I just really wanted to let you know that it's not a certain magical number. It's not one blueprint that's gonna work for every natural when it comes to trimming their hair. You have to know yourself, understand the products that you use and how they affect your hair in the long run, and adjust accordingly, and decide for yourself how often you think you should trim your hair. And just try it. Like, I mean, your hair is gonna grow back. It's not like you trim it and that's it. So experiment with that too. I just want everyone here to know that there's no set way to do it. Just find what works for you. So I know this was a very basic topic, but it is something that I still see naturals struggling with. So I just want to give my tidbit on it. And with that, I hope you have a lovely and amazing hair flipping day. And I'll talk with you next time.